Hello. I'm sure quite a few of you know me because this is my church. I am Joanne, and I am the stepdaughter of Lolo Cesar's third son, Noel, and they're together in heaven now. And I'm also the administrator of the Rose Guest Home along with my mother, Lillian. This is important because I knew him in two contexts. Like most people only know him as like a grandfather or a church mate, but I had the privilege of having him as a step-grandfather and as a patient. So what I always remember is that he was a doting step-grandfather, and after a while, the word step sort of like lost its meaning to him, and he just acted like a grandfather. I began to notice this in college, where when I would call my parents, and then they would always tell me, oh, you know, Lolo Cesar is asking how you are. And, you know, even after I came home from college, he would always ask after me, make sure I was doing okay. For example, especially after his wife, Apostle, died, I think he got a little bit lonely, so living by himself. So he would call my dad at like 7 in the morning. And my dad slept really late and got up really late. And so every morning, Lolo Cesar would still wake up, call him at 7 in the morning, and ask how everybody was. You know, made sure to ask how I was, how my mom was. And he would always, even when my dad lost his temper because he doesn't like being woken up, Lolo Cesar always made sure to tell him, I love you, I'm praying for you. And so I always remember that his positivity. And even after he forgot my name, he would always ask for me. Like, towards his later years, he started calling me Diane, even though my name is Joanne. Like, I would come to the care home, and he'd say, oh, Ajune palay Diane. You know, oh, Diane's here. And, you know, the caregivers would tease and be like, oh, Diane Castillejo, like the newscaster? And then he's like, no, Bebet's daughter. And so we knew that he knew who I was. And he was always delighted to see me and always prayed for me and my parents. And towards this, like maybe a couple of years ago, he came to our care home and he quickly became everyone's favorite patient. Like, they took care of him like he was their own father. And everyone at the care home loved him and how he always joked and smiled. He was always eating, reading his Bible, and always praying. Like when I came to pick him up from the care home and drive him back to Daly City for appointments or church, like as soon as I put the car in reverse, he would start praying. And I think it would go on for about 10 minutes. He would like pray from Sunnyvale to Palo Alto, say, so that was like 10 minutes. And then after that, we'd have like long conversations until he fell asleep. And he was always, you know, looking after my well-being. Like when I went to insurance, he was an insurance agent, so he had lots and lots of things to say about me, to me. And like, oh, stay positive, keep selling. You know, I'm praying for you. I hope you get a lot of clients. And when we got to my house in Daly City, he would always wake up and then he'd stretch and he'd say, "Thank you, Lord." And you know, maybe with my driving, you do need to pray sometimes. But he was always appreciative of everything we did. And so he was pretty much a model patient. And the care home sends their love. They miss him. They miss him being around, and, you know, talking to them. And he was the only Filipino patient we had, and the only Kapampangan patient. So everyone had fun chatting with him when he was there. And those are pretty much the reflections I have on Apo Cesar, as I call him. And I hope he's happy, without pain, with my dad and his wife and all his other ancestors and friends, family that gone before him. So I hope he's smiling up there in heaven. Thank you.